Government figures indicate that gender-based violence has risen by 7% during the pandemic compared to the same time last year. The BBC's Ferdinand Omondi spoke to victims of intimate partner violence in Makueni County, southeast of the capital, Nairobi. Some listeners may find this report upsetting.
Barely a month ago, Purity had all her limbs, until one night when her estranged husband came to her father's house to demand a reunion. Purity says the man somehow convinced her father to leave him alone with her to make peace. But she says she locked herself in her room and dozed off.
Around midnight, I was surprised to see him in my room. He started strangling me. I begged him to stop and let us talk. He told me he had decided that one of us had to die. That's when he started cutting me up, my head, my arms. I screamed and people came. From there, I don't remember what happened. I woke up in a hospital to discover I had no arms.
According to the police, the man was beaten to death by the public. Purity is now receiving treatment and counseling. Domestic violence is rife in Kenya. Government figures show at least 4 out of 10 women have reported physical abuse, but such cases have risen during the coronavirus pandemic and alarmed authorities. This is the center where the people of Makueni County report cases of gender and sexual violence. It is also where survivors come for treatment and counseling. And the workers here tell me that at least once every 2 days, they register a new complaint. The Makueni administration has opened a safe house for some of the women who cannot get home for fear of their lives. Here we find this woman who has escaped an increasingly alcoholic and violent husband who is now looking for her. To protect her identity, we have not used her real voice.
He beat me and punched me while I was feeding this baby. When he thought he wasn't beating hard enough, he went out and picked up a twig. He came back, locked the door and beat me with it. I tried to shield my baby with my body, willing to die to protect him. Here, food is free. We shower in peace. We live a stress-free life.
According to the United Nations, measures taken to manage COVID-19, like isolation, have made the home particularly dangerous for women globally. The UN also says unemployment, inability to provide for families, and economic uncertainty have added an extra strain of pressure for many families. Safe spaces like these are temporary measures authorities here in Makueni are taking to make life better for women.
We are just starting. We are not yet there. Yesterday we had a long meeting to discuss the safe house and the way forward, to come up with a structure, to come up with systems, to come up with what happens when a mother or when a survivor comes.
A countrywide investigation on domestic violence during the pandemic is underway in Kenya on the orders of the president. Hopefully this will ensure that the country's COVID-19 recovery strategy includes protection and prevention plans for gender-based violence. Ferdinand, BBC News, Makueni.